Hi there, I'm Paul Mitchell, leadership coach, author and founder of The Human Enterprise. Today I want to talk about the power of purpose. But before I do that, I want to let you into a little secret. Well, it's not really a secret because you know it already, but we just don't talk about it. You're going to die. Yep, you're going to die. And there you'll be either cremated or buried in the cemetery. And when you go to the cemetery, you'll see all these tombstones. Some of these tombstones have the letters RIP on them, which stands for rest in peace. I'd like to change that a little. By the way, the best tombstone I've ever heard of was that of Spike Milligan, the comedian, who simply said, "I told you I was ill." But rather than focusing on the end game, basically the real end game, I want to take you back many years before that. So if you're 45 and over, you really need to pay attention to the lesson that I'm about to give today. And even if you're younger, I think it still applies. And that's this: get your house in order. Get your house in order long before the tombstone comes about. And to do that, there's three things I suggest you focus on. Again, they're the letters RIP. Relationships, income, and passions. Let me explain. First of all, relationships. Make sure your relationships are way beyond those at work. If we look at latest studies from Harvard, even Harvard Medical are saying that it's our relationships, not necessarily our genes, that make for our quality of life. It's having a great partner, it's developing and nurturing and keeping those relationships alive. As they often say, no one ever got on their deathbed and said, "I wish I'd spent more time at work." So how good are you at fostering those relationships? Do you nurture them? Do you spend time? Are they high on your priority list? The next is I, which is income. And I'm not just talking about salary, I'm talking about passive income. I'm talking about having assets under management. And an asset we define as something that spins off cash. Your house is not an asset, your car is not an asset. So do you have enough assets to support you further down the track? What I often find is executives might be on 3, 4, 500,000 and more, but if they stop working, they'd have only 3 months before they virtually totally ran out of money, because they have not been putting money aside for their income further down the track. Make sure right now you talk to your financial advisor. You start to get your income in place. So relationships, income, and finally passions. Get involved with something that gives you a buzz, that makes your DNA dance, that lifts your soul. It could be sport, it could be some community work, it could be a hobby. But have your identity be so much more than just your job. Particularly males who, if their identity is just their jobs, get to a point in their life where they don't hit the wall of health, they hit the wall of meaning. Is there no meaning past that? And that is the power of purpose. So the power of purpose for you is relationships in order, income, passive in order, and great passions. And if you start doing that now, eventually there will be an RIP in the graveyard for you, but you would have been living a fantastic, magnificent, wonderful life way beyond that. In fact, they have a date here: born in 1920, died in the year 2000 or whatever, but you notice there's a dash in the middle, and that's what I'm talking about. How do you really, truly live that dash? I'm Paul Mitchell. Find the passion, develop the skills, make the numbers, and make a difference. Hey, thanks for watching this video on the power of small tweaks or small leadership tweaks. We'd love your feedback, so keep it coming via email and social media. And if you believe in the power of small tweaks, I guarantee you also believe in the power of learning. So please, if you want to continue your learning, grab a copy of my latest book, Your Leadership Diamond: How to Transform the Way You Live Your Life, Lead Your People, and Leave a Legacy. Right now, at the time of releasing this video, we've got some great bonuses available for you. Simply go to yourleadershipdiamond.com and you'll see all the details there. Keep polishing.